let them know for the first few minutes. I kind of go over some stuff, and then we're gonna cut this off. This is more PR for everyone to know about the Pennies to Africa, and then we go get into the crust of our meeting. Our meeting shouldn't take more than five. I mean, my intro, what I'm doing now, should take five, no longer than 7 minutes. Then our meet can go as long as we need it to go. So anyway, to everyone that's going to watch this, I'm their host, Cy Smith, founder of National Block Club University. Our whole mission is stopping this shooting and killing, the violence in our neighborhoods. We do it with focus on prevention, resources, and enforcement. So we have a balanced approach. We believe that people's habits, their schedule, and their network is what's going to change our communities around. That equals your lifestyle. So that's what we believe is going to allow us to turn our conditions around, is through lifestyle adjustments. And if we do that, we think all the other things will fall in place. Uh, all the other things will fall in place. Now, before anyone gets on, I want to talk about what I believe is crucial for us, given what we're going through. I can go through a litany of challenges that we have, from family, the breakup of the Black family, to the safety, the shooting and killing that we always talk about. We can go over to education, how it appears too many of our young people have given up in that arena. Then you can go into the economics, how you got other people moving in our neighborhood. And that's going to be a big part of our conversation. We can talk about our health, the attacks from a health standpoint, talk about our elders and the disconnect between our elders and the young people, and of course, the young people. So it's a lot that I could go over and talk about, which not sure I had time to do that before they get on. But everything that I just described, what I feel is the solution, the remedy, the correct process for us to undertake, boils down to predictability and guarantee audiences. And what that boils down to is we have to create lists. Like, lists is so important for us to turn our communities around. What's on the list is even more important. We need a list of all of our Black carpenters. We need a list of all our Black nurses. We need a list of all our Black teachers. We need a list of all our eighth graders that want to be nurses. We need a list of all our seventh graders that want to be carpenters. The point is, the more organized we are, and the lists that are created is going to allow us to make sure we're being very intentional and strategic about how we get ourselves in coordination to stop this foolishness that we've been dealing with. So lists is our guaranteed audience, and we should always be working on that block by block, zip code by zip code. Then the rotation. Let me say this to you right now. Our heart is pumping, and it's pumping blood that equals our oxygen, so we can stay in the land of the living. So you need that constant rotation of the heartbeat. And if you disrupt that constant rotation of the heartbeat, you could transition. So I want to take that same focus and say, this is what we as Black people have to do in order for us to turn our communities around. We have to get uh, a certain amount of rotation happening. And the benefit of the rotation is it keeps happening over and over and over and over again. So what we need as a people is a rotation that's going to allow us to circulate our money with each other. That's going to allow us to put money behind our young people to inspire and motivate them. It should be a repeated cycle, a rotation of us making sure our elders are feeling connected and that they're not out there trying to cut grass in the summertime. You know, every Friday is Love Seniors Day rotation, so we should make sure we got people to help with that. So my point is, rotation and the list are the practical things. The technical things is to say predictability and guarantee audiences. But whichever way we go, the super technical way or the tangible way, is going to boil down to us having our own structure, our own system, so we can do for self. That's what it boils down to. So my number is 312 area code 405 8844. That's 312-405-8844. Our big deadline for the year coming up Tuesday, June 30th. So time is not on our side, but we could do what we're talking about doing in one day. And that's 50 people in every Black zip code electronically sending their $1 into a single source, us. And we will be accountable from that person based on your zip code, because that's where the real accountability comes from. How did the money that came from the zip code how was it used to benefit the people in the zip code? Like we want to get that in all our spirit. So when our family and friends ask questions, where the money going? We can tell them it's going based on the 7 daily living habits inside your zip code. So that way we have clarity there. All right. While we waiting on our leaders to jump on here, Mississippi had a incident earlier part of May where a non-black teacher choked a black boy, 12-year-old boy, and the principal of the school didn't get the police involved. They called the mom, and the mom had to get the police involved. Subsequently, after that, the perpetrator got away and actually was reported allegedly as shooting at the mother in this small Mississippi town. So because we have our radars going in Mississippi to pick up anything that's happening to our people down there, we feel Mississippi is the most important state for Black people in America. So we're constantly running our radar rotation down there to pick up any and everything that's happening with our people. That particular area is called Woodville, Mississippi. Woodville, Mississippi, based on our structure and rotation, every first Tuesday of the month is when we rotate and focus on them. So that's coming up June, whatever the first Tuesday is in June. And so we hope to see what we can do now, and then of course be accountable on that duty day, which is the first Tuesday in the month of June. So what we want to do, just so people know, all 108 towns in Mississippi have been given one career function. In this case here, Woodville is linked to maintaining the list of all our retired, active duty, and young people that want to become U.S. Marines. So Woodville is our Marine headquarters from our standpoint. So all our people in Mississippi who have a loved one who's in the Marines, want to go in the Marines, we want them on this call Tuesday. Now, how does this help the family who boy was choked? Here's what needs to happen. To shoot at someone tells me you're not worried about them. So we need to have boots on the ground of people who can be a physical presence to ensure that people don't feel like she's vulnerable and they're vulnerable and they can do whatever they want to do. So we're asking next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, all the Marines to get on the Zoom with us. We're going to go over strategically why the Marines were selected and how that does that look schedule wise. This month, all the ST and U last names, and next month is all the V through Z last names. So all the Williams and Walker Marines we meet, we're going to be asking them to cover June. This month, it's going to be all the Smith, Sanders, Taylors, and Underwoods, people like that. But with that process, and because that comes up every 6 months, we can have long-term sustainability of any operation that we do because of that type of system, you know? So we had to plug that. All right, so we already at the 402 mark. I don't want to keep you guys. I'm gonna end it because my leaders didn't get on. We normally get on 5 minutes. So, but I'm gonna end this here and just see if they jump on their own. Peace. My number is 312 area code 405-8844. That's 312-405-8844. Peace.